From Baddha Konasana position, Supta Baddha Konasana, when you stretch the legs out to Shavasana, you have to be careful in that the distance between the heel is not very wide. Between the two heels, it's only about a foot, even less. Slowly stretch your legs out. No. Go back to Baddha Konasana. To stretch the legs out, don't immediately bring the knees to each other. Let the knees come towards each other as you extend the heel forward. So in the top of the femur, an external rotation remains from the beginning. And as the legs fall away from each other, the reason for doing it from Baddha Konasana is to have a sense the hip bones are still circularly moving towards each other. As the thighs rotate out, the hip bones are not taken out. So that in the groin, there is still a sense of depth. Then with the trunk and the legs in correct position, begin to watch that sense of the skin from the forehead moving towards the temples, from the temples into the floor. Remind yourself that this is not something you do anymore. You are a witness. Watch it happening. In Shavasana, if there is enough space around you, the hands are definitely taken away from your body, from your torso, but only about 30 degrees. Hand is definitely not lifted beyond the line of your shoulder. Then again, be much more receptive to this. By that I mean, it's not something you do, but you, uh, even today, I kind of surprise myself as to how much this release happens if I become completely a witness, just watching it happen. Extreme corners of the eyes fall away from each other to the degree that it still surprises me. I'm not doing it, it is happening. There is no conscious effort of doing it. Similarly, extreme corners of nostrils are seen to be falling away from each other. Extreme corners of the mouth are seen to be falling away from each other. In the process, all the facial muscles become more and more and more passive. And I want to receive that passivity more particularly in the lips. So breathe in, out easily, naturally. From the lips, the sensation goes to the gums, from the gums to the jaws, and from the jaws to the inner ears. Any passivity or relaxation that I sense or experience in my legs and arms is looked upon as allowing the bones to be longer and longer and longer, as though the bones are connected to inner ears and are hanging from there. Then all the pelvic and abdominal organs as though suspended from the inner ears. Something that you want to be a little careful with is when your attention is drawn to different organs, instead of having direct connection of the organ to the ears, your eyes begin to move towards the organs. The eye should remain completely introjected, not moving from one organ to the other. Your mental eye, meaning thought, goes to different parts. Don't let the physical eye move. And don't stop the movement of physical eye by any kind of effort or harshness. It is by letting go, by completing, if you will, that sense of introjection of the sense of sight. And then watch. Unfortunately, watch is a very difficult word in English language because the eyes begin to see. Watch with your brain, with your thought, with your sense of touch, that you find each breath increasing the sense of depth in the inner ears, which does not decrease on exhalation. And into that ever increasing depth in the inner ears, the brain begins to as though fall from the front of the forehead to the back of the skull, from there into the space of the inner ears, where the sense of I, the brain, becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, especially if I'm not talking. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you. Let the eyes open. Breathing as you wish to, without holding the breath, bending the knees, roll to the right and sit up.